Everyone, welcome back. Hope everyone's doing well. As always, if you love the Second Amendment, if you believe that your rights should not be infringed on, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell. That way you don't miss anything new. So the other day, the governor of California, and when I say governor, I mean governor, not president, not some dictator, not someone who can change our Constitution, went out and said that he is recommending, or I don't really know what he means, but he's saying that he wants a new amendment put into our Constitution. This would be the 28th Amendment, and it would restrict gun access. So Newsom, the people in your state don't even like you. The only reason why you won the election is because all the celebrities endorsed you out there, and everybody's like, oh my God, a celebrity, I gotta vote the way they vote. But a lot of people in California do not like you because you're a scumbag like the rest of the politicians out there. But let me make one thing clear before we even get into this beautiful video you made. I mean, my God, it must have taken you a long time to do it. I believe in our Constitution, but if someone had the power tomorrow, say, you know what, screw the Constitution, we're not gonna have a Constitution anymore in this country. Do you think that would do anything? Like, this is America. This is not North Korea. We've got some big balls here. Do you think we're just gonna say, oh, okay, wow, our government is going against us again, so, you know, the people have spoken on what they want and how they want this country ran, but no, our government knows better. The Second Amendment is only there to protect the God-given right of Americans, of everyone, I believe. So take it away. It's still a God-given right. You're not going to tell me that I can't defend myself in any way possible. You're not. So you thinking that you're going to make a video saying, well, we're just going to put a new amendment out to change the second one. We don't care. Do whatever you want. It's kind of like people saying, well, go door to door and just collect the guns. Okay. Like, oh, okay, go for it. The reason why it would never happen, especially in today's age, is because people care too much. And there is way too much crime going on. If there's one thing that us in the Second Amendment community understand, it's that we cannot rely on our government for protection. Not with your life, not with your money either. Throughout our life, the dominance of the US dollar was unquestioned, but that may be changing. Banks are failing left and right, and the government is discussing taking total control of your money with this new digital dollar. Don't let your life savings become a casualty of falling corporations or currency wars. Now is the time to call the only precious metal dealer I trust, American Hartford Gold. They'll show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your wealth with physical gold and silver. They have the finest products, amazing customer service, and an amazing buyback commitment. American Hartford Gold also has a 5-star rating from thousands of reviews. So when you call, tell them that I sent you, and they'll give you up to $5,000 worth of free silver on your first order. So call them now. Click the link in the description or call 844-940-0662. Once again, 844-940-0662, or text HEAVY to 65532. A big thanks to American Hartford Gold for sponsoring today's video. Let's get into Mr. Newsom's video. Oh, I'm excited.
Every time it's the same. They tell us we can't stop these massacres. They tell us we have to stand by and watch tragedy after tragedy unfold in our communities. They say we can't stop domestic terrorism without violating the Second Amendment.
So domestic terrorism, are you talking about all the people or gangs in pretty much every major city in this country just shooting people all day long? Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about people who just love the Second Amendment? I think you need to clarify what you're talking about, because 99% of the gun violence in this country is from gang activity or from the major cities. Off to a great start, Newsom, but go ahead.
And the thoughts and prayers are the best we can do. I'm here to say that's a lie. In this country, we do have the power to change things, to reclaim our freedom from fear.
Who is fearful here? And what are they afraid of? Are they afraid of going shopping in a grocery store, bring a gun. Know how to use it better than the guy to your right and left. And I'm not talking about being a Navy SEAL or being some crazy dude with a gun. Just have a little bit of proficiency with it. And then guess what? You'll know that if someone comes running in with a gun, you have a fighting chance. But no. Governor Newsom doesn't even want you to have a chance. He wants you to say, well, if somebody runs in, you're screwed. And he thinks that changing our Second Amendment is somehow going to, I don't know, change criminals' thought processes. Like, oh man, they took away the Second Amendment, so everyone who legally wants to own a gun can't. But, us as criminals, we're just going to kill it now.
So today, I'm proposing the 28th Amendment to the United States Constitution to do just that. The 28th Amendment permanently enshrines 4 additions to the laws of our land.
Why don't you just suck on all of our nuts, dude? It's Pride Month, so you should be into that.
It raises the minimum age to purchase a firearm from 18 to 21. Because if you can't buy a beer, you shouldn't be able to buy a gun.
Oh, good one, man. You know what? When I was 18, I was a total idiot. But I had brain power enough to know that if I own a gun, I gotta be careful with it, and I have to understand what it's for. Do you think from age 18 to 21 that changed? Fuck no. Sure, I matured a little bit, but a little bit. So that literally does nothing. Nothing. Oh.
It mandates universal background checks to prevent truly dangerous people from purchasing a gun that can be used in a crime. It institutes reasonable waiting periods for all gun purchases, and it bans civilians from buying assault rifles.
Okay, so you just want to change the federal gun laws to California. Yeah, that's right. I had to look it up. In California, you have to wait like a week or a month in order to go pick up your gun after you buy it, after you're approved on the background check. Oh, okay, perfect. So let's say that someone is threatening you and your family, and they're saying that they're gonna come to your house and kill all you guys. You go to buy a gun in California. Oh, sir, sorry, there's a waiting period. So if you're not dead by Thursday of not next week, but the following week, then you can come pick up your gun. Doesn't really work.
Those weapons of war our founding fathers never foresaw. This will guarantee states as well the ability to enact common sense gun safety laws while leaving the Second Amendment intact and respecting America's gun-owning tradition. The 28th locks in the common sense constitutional protections that Democrats, Republicans, independents, and gun owners overwhelmingly support.
What? Overwhelmingly supports this? You want to ban assault rifles for civilians. Who is on board with that? Have I missed something here? Is there a big group of people who love guns but also want their guns banned?
This fight won't be easy, and it certainly won't be fast. Convening a constitutional convention requires 2/3 of the states to call for this. California will be the first.
Good luck, buddy. Guess what? Over half the states in the nation have constitutional carry. If they believe in that, they're not going to buy into any of this crap. So Newsom, I just have a few questions here. I like the little school project you put together here. Is a decent video. The problem is that none of it makes sense, and here's why. I think politicians really need to understand this. I'm going to break this down for you, okay? You want to just take away guns, okay? Let me ask you a question. If you could take away all of the guns that were a part of gun violence, meaning they were used in a robbery, meaning they were used in a shooting in downtown Chicago, would you do it? I mean, aren't y'all actively trying to do that? With police, with the ATF. Do you think those people buy those guns legally? And even if you did put this into effect, don't you think that guns would come from other places? You know, ships come to the US from other countries, right? Big old shipping containers. You don't think somebody would figure out how to ship them in? What about Mexico? I mean, y'all let pretty much everything across the border except for their water. Fentanyl? Meth? Why is guns different? Of course they would bring them in. It would make a whole new market for the cartel. Just because you put together this grand old idea that if we get rid of something on paper, and that's truly what it is, it's on paper, that all of a sudden people are just going to give up their guns and say, okay, well, I mean, Governor Newsom said that we've got to do this. Let me tell you how this would go. Criminals would have a big old celebration. because they don't have to give up their guns because they're already breaking the law. And why would they incriminate themselves? You think criminals go to a police station after they shoot someone and say, hey, this is the gun I used. I don't want it anymore. Arrest me if you want. No, they don't. And they sure as fuck don't go to the ATF and do that. Now let's get on to the law-abiding American who just wants his guns for protection, for hunting, for target practice. Based on what you put out here, how many Americans would be like, okay, here you go? The answer is a very, very, very small percentage. Because we are not going to be punished because some idiots in downtown Chicago think it's fun to go around and be a gangbanger and shoot people. We're not going to be punished because someone with mental health issues goes into a school and shoots people. Harden the school. Put people in there that actually know how to take someone down with a gun. Those are the answers. It's not, well, we'll just get rid of all of them. You can't. It's gone too far. It's not like 6 people have guns in this country. It's not going to happen. So shove your video, man. Focus on something that California could actually appreciate, like maybe lowering taxes.